Okay.
Okay, we're back. It's 10:16 a.m. and I'd like to call to order a meeting of the Ulster County Capital Resource Corporation. Roll call.
James Malcolm,
Yes.
Diane Einen,
Present.
Michael Ham,
Here.
Faye Storms is absent with notice. Orlando Reese,
Present.
Daniel Savona,
Present.
and Richard Jones.
Here.
Thank you.
The mission statement of the Ulster County Capital Resource Corp is to promote community and economic development in Ulster County in ways that complement the work of Ulster County, primarily through issuing and selling bonds for nonprofit institutions. Okay, I'd like you all to take a few seconds and look at the minutes from our December 2nd special call meeting. And once you've gone through them, I will certainly accept the motion to accept them as presented or any changes that need to be made.
Chair, I'll make a motion that we accept the
Thank you,
minutes.
Mr.
of
Jones. I have a motion to accept as presented. Do I have a second? Mr. Reese, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All those in favor? Aye, opposed, carried. Thank you very much. Public comment on agenda items only. Anyone? Okay, do we need to go into executive session? I think not.
No.
No, okay. Financials.
Rick, you want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's page 8. There's literally nothing except for interest income of a whopping $54.29. And then everything is the same as the month before in regards to the bank accounts and why we have funds sitting where we have them based on the best interest rates.
Okay, great. So that's it. I'll accept the motion to accept the financials as presented. Mike Ham, Rick Jones, thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Chair's report is reflective of the chair's earlier report under the IDA. I am just honored to serve as in a capacity of a board member and doubly honored to work with this group of people and how we all work together. And, you know, sometimes titles are a little bit blown out of proportion. There's 7 people on this board and there's 7 votes, and no one carries any more weight than anyone else. But we work together very, very well as a group, and I think that the citizenry of the county and the business climate should be happy for that. So the CEO's report.
I have nothing to add, Chair.
We have nothing to add. Committee reports, audit.
Nothing to report, Chair.
Great. Finance. Nothing.
Nothing for finance.
Okay. Governance.
Governance, I like my original
Okay, it'll be reflected in the minutes.
and reflected in a minute. Sorry, I had a freeze there, Chair.
That's okay. It happens. We'll blame it on technology.
You know what it was? It was buffering here. Yeah, that sounds good.
Now I know what it was. Old business. Nothing under old business. New business, resolution approving charitable contribution. I'll turn that over to both the Chair of Governance, Mr. Ham, as well as Council, Mr. Scott.
Okay, Chair, thank you. So I would like to open by making a motion to donate $100,000 to utilize the People's Place to facilitate a program to distribute $2,050 gift cards throughout Ulster County to the people in need.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second. Oops, sorry.
Mr. Savona, let the record show Mr. Savona, Dr. Einen. I'm sure Rick was going to chime in. Myself and Orlando all support that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Now, maybe you can, Mike, if you would like, if you think it would give a little bit more insight to the public, maybe you can just give a quick overview of how this whole thing transpired.
So with a lot of people in need coming off the pandemic, housing, the whole 10 yards, this money is needed throughout the county more than ever. 100,000 sounds like a lot of money, but it'll go pretty quick in denominations of $50. Those $50 gift cards, we could not do it as the CRC or the IDA. So we reached out to the People's Place because they do this kind of work logistically. So we were partnering with them basically to facilitate them to distribute the cards throughout different designated areas throughout the county to get them to people who need them. These cards can be offset. We know the food banks give food right now, but they could be offset for other items that the food bank or the food pantries cannot provide. This program will be tracked in place. It will also be tied into no cigarettes or alcohol can be bought with any of the cards. Once again, I touch base. It's going to be $50 denominations on these cards. There'll be a 1-year sunset date to distribute these cards. If they go sooner than that, so be it. Whatever the help can be, put to, whatever the best it can be put to, let's get it out there. We will also be talking with People's Place. They will be providing us monthly updates on where they move the cards, who receive them, and spreadsheets and accountability will also be included.
So
I read Joe put together a great resolution, and I would like to turn it over to council and let him speak about the resolution, Chair.
prior to that, if you feel comfortable, I would ask you to amend and just to include associated costs.
Yep, I have that in my notes here to modify to include any associated costs.
Okay, so please, for me, restate the motion.
Okay, so the motion is to donate $100,000 to utilize the People's Place to facilitate a program to distribute $2,050 gift cards with a clause in place to include any
Associated costs.
associated costs to the distribution of the cards throughout
Okay.
Ulster County to all people in need.
Okay, so that's in the form of a motion. Dan Savona, can I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you. That was very clear, Chair. I'll turn it over to council now. This resolution.
Thank you, Chair. You did get the resolution in advance. It was my attempt to formalize the discussions that have been had with respect to this undertaking. I would particularly like to direct your attention to section 1 of the resolution where there are several findings. That appears on page 11 and 12 of your board materials. I think that demonstrates the background work that the staff and the board members have done with respect to this matter. And in addition, the post contribution steps that the board will be taking with respect to reviewing the results of this action. And with that, Chair, I'll pass it back to you for any comments or questions.
Okay. After having discussed this, I think I would ask for a vote to go to a roll call vote for the resolution as presented by council regarding this matter. So I need a motion to go to the roll call vote. Orlando, thank you.
I'll
Do I
make a
have
motion.
second?
Yes.
Thank you, Orlando. Do I have a second? Mr. Ham, I have a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. CEO, would you undertake a roll call vote, please?
James Malcolm,
Yes.
Diane Einen,
Yes.
Faye Storms is absent with notice, Michael Ham,
Yes,
Orlando Reese,
Yes.
Daniel Savona is muted. Richard Jones. Yes, I see it. Joe, what do I do? It looks like Danny might be like frozen.
Well, at this point, you have
We
a
just
quorum,
skip it?
right?
Yeah, it's enough. Yeah,
I think he has a paper in front of his camera.
yeah.
I would imagine that he would like to vote on this. So what my suggestion would be is when he comes back, just ask him whether what his vote is on the resolution. I'm sure he would like to be in the record on this.
Right.
Okay.
And the minutes
I can-
will, due to technical difficulties securing his vote at this point, but the minutes will reflect Mr. Savona, his vote when you're able to contact, or you're calling
Okay.
him now, okay?
Yep. Off as we were trying to get your vote. Would you like, can I put you on speaker for your vote? Okay, all right, you're on speaker. Danny, what's your vote on the resolution regarding the donation? Okay, thank you.
Okay, let the record reflect that Board Member Savona voted yes via the telephone. Must be early Christmas parties this year, getting ready for them or whatever it may be. So I really, I want to thank everybody who's gotten behind this thing. We were prodded early in the year regarding helping businesses out with the pandemic, and it doesn't make anything less of that because it was well received. But this is more a matter of the heart as far as I'm concerned for these individuals, because it's a tough time, and we're doing it just for the sake of doing it. We're not putting up a scoreboard, because if you do it for any other reason, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. So I'd like to thank Chair of Governance Ham especially for bringing this to the table, and all the good discussion how to facilitate this through the board members. And again, I keep saying it, I'm not looking for a Christmas present from anybody, but each and every one of you, hand in glove and working with council and our CEO, who grows by leaps and bounds every meeting. And, the only conversations I typically have to have with Rose is, to reaffirm the fact that she's very talented. She always errs on the side of caution, but she's got a good mindset, and she sees these things for what they are. And, it's almost like having an eighth member. She vocalizes quite a few good positions and good ideas. And again, thank you very much. So at this time, if there's nothing else, I would, before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I'd like to wish everyone, a happy holiday season, whatever it is that you're planning on celebrating. Celebrate the heck out of it, and we'll see you after the New Year. So, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Make a motion, we
Have a
adjourn.
motion.
Happy holidays.
Oh, thank you, Orlando. Do I have a second? Rick
I'll make that.
Jones. Sometimes I'm thinking that's a cutout of Rick. He's very quiet the last couple of meetings.
Very quiet today, just today. I've never seen this.
Wait till he gets some
I think it's
closing
a
docs
hologram.
on the Kingstonian.
No, you know what? We'll wait till 5 a.m. when the email starts flying.
Yeah,
That's all. You have time to think about it. That's all.
I'm like, go ahead, counsel.
Yeah, sorry, Chair, just a technical issue. As I indicated, we've got a number of closings scheduled between now and the end of the year. Are you in Ulster County for the next 2 weeks?
I will not be playing golf outside of the county. Yes, I am in Ulster County.
Okay, very, thank you.
I should let you, I will not be in
What?
Ulster County. So,
Yay.
hopefully I will not be sick still, but I'm supposed to go to Tennessee for my grandfather's 86th birthday, the last week of December. I will be available, obviously, and I plan on having to deal with the audit and governance committee meetings via Zoom, but I did that once before in Tennessee, so it's no problem. But I'll make arrangements, Joe, and we'll work together to make sure that all the documents can get signed and notarized.
Okay, what is the status at this point of our, geez, what the heck was I gonna say? Of our actuary. Have we secured an actuary yet at this point in your office?
We had one, but we had to let her to go, we had to let her go, and she hadn't received the thing from New York State anyway. It's taking months for COVID. So we are working on it again.
New governor, we're okay. So all that being said, we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. So we will adjourn until the next meeting. Bill, Merry
Rose, feel
Christmas
better.
and happy holidays.
Hey, Jim, can you
Merry
give me a call? I have
We
a,
adjourned.
can
What do you
you,
need to know?
can you give me a call? I have a couple of questions and
I don't, you would be better off speaking with our CEO or counsel.
well, it was based on something that you had said
Yeah, well, everyone, I was just the,
and she doesn't have authority to speak out of your,
well, here, I'm giving her the
out of your mouth.
authority to answer the questions that you posed to her, because after knowing me for X amount of years, I'm not someone who likes to do a lot of stuff with papers for no other reason than I don't want to undermine my CEO or counsel. So,
I just hate quoting somebody directly and then
well,
not having it taken in
you
context.
can view it. Everybody can pull it up. So it's not like you're going to misquote me, right?
Okay, I'll ask you now.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you what we're going to do. Hold on a second.
wait, no.
Wait, just you wait a second. I'm chairing the meeting. Just wait a second, okay?
Meeting's done.
We've already closed, but as a courtesy, we're going to stop the live on YouTube and the recording, and I'll speak to you.
Sure.
Aaron, can you
Excellent.
please